but man, those two Calgary games were both really good games, and that rivalry is going to be intense.
Start of the year, again, I'm not a prophet, but looking at it all, it was what's the biggest rivalries going to be that are outside our normal kind of day to day. Like we all know Toronto, Montreal, we know Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Ottawa, Edmonton, Toronto, and
Yeah,
it's starting already now with who's the best player, and then McDavid sizzling the entire team, scoring a goal like no
I know,
problem.
right?
So like, but best player, you guys go figure that shit out. Calgary, Montreal, to me, it was going to be the one because they're built the same way.
Yeah,
Calgary's talent level is a bit lower, but I've watched them play enough around here, and I'm on the record. I like. Do I like him? Yeah, sure. I like Dylan Dubé. Like I don't like the hit,
I don't know
but
why you wouldn't.
the
Yeah,
player did, like he came in and he ignited Lucic. Like
yeah,
takes a
that's
certain breed to do that.
tall task. And he looked good last night too.
Yeah,
Like when I did my video, I was like, shitting on the hit, but then at the end, I had to say like he was involved. He played
yeah,
well. He was like Calgary last night, especially came out and they set the tone early. It was
yeah.
good to see a few different guys mixing it up. And as annoying as Matthew Tkachuk is, that's my type of player. Like I love Matthew
Oh,
Tkachuk. I hate that I like Brady Tkachuk, even though he's on the Sens. But I just love that power forward. It's a dying breed of player,
yeah.
and so it's. I'm glad to see a rivalry outside of Habs Leafs and Habs Ottawa igniting here, and I think it's only gonna get better.
I wish it wasn't at the expense of Kakaniemi's brain,
Yeah,
but a hit like that is going to now get this shit off, like shit on the go,
yeah,
because now you're going to see the Zach Ronaldos of the world, and I know Calgary's roster pretty well. Just again from being here, they have some plugs that are sitting on the taxi squad waiting to go, and you can rest assured if this hype starts going, that revenge we're coming for them, and Montreal's in town. I think it's March, but regardless, you start seeing that kind of that build up, that that absolute fringe player is going to be brought back in to try to set the tone. Like it's just the way it's the way it is, right? But
yeah.
this was the show. I hope the kid's okay. I hope Kotkaniemi's okay. Concussions, we don't know. He might not. We'll see tomorrow
Yeah.
if he's playing or not. But it's gonna be it's these teams play rough. Like that Kachuk. I mean, like him or hate him, and I love what he does to Oiler fans, so I tend to like him more often than not. Um, but now, like I told a lot of people out here, like I'm okay with your team out here because I like hockey past 8 p.m.
Yeah.
But this year it's going to change, and I'm going to fucking hate you by the
Yeah.
time the season ends. And sorry, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
But these two teams, man, it's going to be nasty.
It's so
Um,
true. It's so true. Like, because normally I like watching Calgary play. They're in the West. That like what they're doing does not affect us whatsoever. So I'd love watching Calgary. I'd love watching Edmonton and Vancouver. But now I have to hate them. So it's a
yeah,
kind of a weird mindset change. And
yeah,
but yeah, man. So having to deal with him all this season is gonna be fun. But I like that the Habs are one of the few other teams in this Canadian division that will have no problem playing that way, especially with
yeah.
Corey Perry down in the bottom four. That's a huge
Oh,
addition to that bottom four.
all
Or
I all I
bottom
hear
five, sorry.
all I hear out here is that fucking Corey Perry. That's all I hear. So the same way we are. I'm trying to think who we were like with that Tucker, not Chris Neal, because Chris Neal could go, but like that player that every game we played against that team, we'd be like, here he goes again. Like it's
John
that
Thornton.
Sean, exactly. That effect is full effect here. Like we don't get it on the East Coast. Perry plays and it's like, oh, nice play, good job. Out here, they hate him. They hate that player. The Anaheim series, just the stuff that he's done. Like if you don't know, go on YouTube and just search Corey Perry Calgary or Corey Perry Edmonton. If anyone wants to know why what people out here can't stand him, watch that and understand. Like they went after him every like last Corey Perry. I'll be honest, hasn't really been to me like when I watch him, he hasn't been that Corey Perry. The
Not yet.
jabs and not
Yeah.
yet. But they still he skates by and they still give him the shovel, give him the shiver. They still give him this like, little bit of a spear, a slash. Like he's in their head and he's done nothing. It's still so early. I can't wait.